We just finished watching a PowerPoint on quotation marks and dialogue. Remember, dialogue is that fancy word that means it's just the words that people say in stories, and they're always hugged with those quotation marks. So we are going to do a workbook page to practice where our quotation marks and our commas belong. So you're going to need this book. And again, we are on page 85. 85. Okay. Let's look at the directions together. The Big Apple. Circle the quotation marks. Oh, that pen doesn't work. Circle the quotation marks and underline each comma that separates the tag, the speaker's words, from the speaker. Remember, the speaker's our tag. Okay, number 1. I just found out that New York is called the Big Apple, Tony told her grandmother. Sorry. So we are going to circle our quotation marks and underline our comma. Remember, it's just around the words that they say. Stops after that comma or the question mark or exclamation mark. I didn't know that, Mrs. Crow replied to her granddaughter. Words that people say gets our quotation marks and our comma at the end of them talking. Maybe everyone in New York really likes apples, said Tony. Circling our quotation marks and underlining our comma. Why are we doing this? To help us remember that it just goes around the words that people say. Her grandmother smiled and replied, maybe it rains apple juice there. That would be sticky, wouldn't it? So remember, when that tag is in the front, that next letter is capital. Remember that? Circling our quotation marks, and then there's no more talking so that it's just a statement. It's a period, boom, it stops. It's our ending mark. Otherwise, the commas come after. Maybe all the houses are made from apples, laughed Tony. That would be stinky after a few days. Circle our quotation marks just around the words that they say, and she's just having a statement, so it's a comma. Why isn't it a period? I don't know. That's just the rule. Her grandmother looked at her and said, and remember, when it's in the front, the beginning of the sentence, that next letter is capitalized. Circling our quotation marks, and then she's done talking, so she gets a period. Let's go, said Tony. Oh, I didn't read that one. Her grandmother looked at her and said, maybe we should go to New York to see for ourselves. Let's go, said Tony. Circling our quotation marks. Now, if she had been saying it very excitedly, we could have changed that to an exclamation mark. Let's go is just a statement, so that's why it's a comma. But if she shouted, let's go, then I would put a exclamation mark there. Okay, we're going to practice more with dialogue for the rest of the week. Part B says write a dialogue between two people who are talking about a fascinating fact. Well, you know a ton of fascinating facts from writing from all those animals. So if you want some extra practice today, you can. If not, you can mark it out because you're going to have some writing tomorrow. All right? Quotation marks around the words that people say. Go find a fiction book. Go find a chapter book and see if you can point out some dialogue. I bet you $1,000,000 you'll be able to find some.